This is the book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Call halal yum la Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Hakodash, giving all praises to Yahweh. In the name Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit, Shalom Laha Alahayim, peace to the gods, double honors, and to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the heads and elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do rule well, who are the true leaders of all Yasha Allah, Israel today, whether you can receive it or not, who I've learned this 100% truth from. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Bayath, the water, the tabernacle of David, the predestined spirits of election scattered abroad. All right, this is your brother Tazapanya of the Great Millstone, Washington, D.C. camp. Lord willing, the spiritual commentary, digital epistle is edifying unto the elect. As you can see here, usury in the one group exploiting it with these Moabites here. All right. Now, Elder Yashawamba, all right, of head elder of the Dallas branch of the Great Millstone, he posted this, and I was watching it, and I'm like, yo, man, the wicked is being revealed, man. That's why I started off with that precept. We're going to listen to this, and we're going to get usury in the scriptures, okay, because you can tell that when it comes to the Bible, all right, leave it up to the prophets, those of the Great Millstone stock on the street corners, man, all right, because people like to throw their little 2 cents in, but really don't even fully understand, all right, what they're talking about, even though they're on the right track, but the wrong train. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna get back here a little bit. Got some moves to make, but
And so, who runs most of the financial institutions, Matthew?
Well, we talked about that one time, and I got, if you don't remember, I got letters from Jewish attorneys saying that.
So look, he said that, and you see the smirk on the guy's face on the right. You feel me? And then the guy on the left is like, oh man. And notice he's saying he's gotten letters. This is how you, when they say, when you want to know who's running something, who are the people you can't talk about? It's the alphabet mafia and the small hatters. And it comes to find out he says small hat, showing you One West specifically, Great Millstone, is being watched on YouTube. So Akim, don't think nobody's watching your videos, man. I'm telling you, bro. They watching these videos. All right? But continuing on. And before Kanye West went viral, what was that, 2020, 2021, 2022, something like that? With the application showing you every industry who had a small hat CEO or whatever, and it was all red, basically. So they own the majority of these industries. Before that, who was telling you? Elder Apostle Tahar on down. All right, telling you who runs the banking industry, the porn industry, the automotive industry, the the owns the government, the military industrial complex, so on and so forth, man.
I was accusing me of defamation and of being anti-Semitic because I made a statement saying
A factual statement?
saying that Jews are in charge of banking.
You mean Semites?
And I said Jews are. You said
Now again, what is a Semite? All right, they're trying to say Sem is the same person that goes to Shem in the Bible, one of the sons of Noah. Noah had 3 sons: Shem or Sham, Japheth or Japheth, and Ham or Ham. All right, they're trying to say that they're descendants of Shem by saying Shemites, but there was many nations that came out of Shem. The Ishmaelites, the Edomites, and the Israelites being 3 examples. All right.
Jews are in control of banking and law firms, and they came after me. A Jewish law firm came after me for saying that Jews manipulate the legal system.
Come on, man. So every rapper knows that you just bodied somebody, or you part of a RICO or whatever it may be, and you want to get the best deal, What type of nationality of lawyer do you hire? Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. It's all in rap songs and shit like that. And my lawyer, you wish. You feel me? You can't make it up.
I was like, wait a second. Do you not see the obvious in what just happened here?
Yeah, blame Peter.
The irony.
You should blame Peter. You should have said
Peter
it.
said
Peter's
it,
the one who
not
said
me.
it. That's why we're making a separate podcast, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to separate myself from him a little bit. Plausible deniability. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
Pawn it off on me.
Yeah, Peter said it. He's the anti-Semite.
Someone clip that now. Make sure that when I run for politics, that this is resurrected from the past. And so
So we're getting to a point now where people don't care if they get canceled. People don't care what you look like them. They are and the reason why, because in First Esdras it says the truth is stronger than wine and women. There is nothing stronger than the truth. So they're like, shit, I will double down. What did Jake say? I'll stand on business. You feel me? So even these Moabites is willing to stand on business because of the truth of the fact of what the research that they did and what they're seeing is a fact.
and again, we're making light of this, but the reality is that there is this issue that religions of the past have had major issues with. But there is, within the religious acceptance of this idea of usury, that it is okay for usury to be done in extreme ways to pretty much the entirety of the world, except for your own people. So now I'm going to bring up something that's going to offend a lot of people.
Amazing.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I have a friend. His name is Mari. I don't think he watches this, but Mari is Jewish. He's a successful Jewish banker. He lives in New York. And I've known Mari for over a decade. We've done business together. He's helped me with some of my banking considerations and some of my SEC FINRA stuff when I was submitting my venture fund for submission to the SEC and all that stuff. So good guy, respectable guy. What I love about him in all of his Jewishness is his absolute candor about the benefits that he receives of being a Semite.
At least he owns it.
And he owns it. He revealed to me, and I did the diligence on it, and this was one of the most shocking things that I ever realized in the world of business. And I have had moments in which I have actually considered bringing on a Semite into my team so I can take advantage of this financial opportunity. The financial opportunity is this. If you are a Semite, you can get zero interest loans at banks anywhere in America. You just have to tell them. They will go to the back. They will show you, they will bring out a folder, a PDF of how you, as a Semite, can get a loan for your house, a car, extraneous things that you need, a boat, a business, for zero interest.
Really?
Look it up. I was Mari when
and oh my God, are we not in hell, son? In the curses it says that thy enemy shall rise up within thee, and you shall be brought down low. I'm not going to get it because there's other scriptures I want to get for sake of time. But imagine that. Imagine how, and this is a heathen. Okay, he says he's a venture capitalist. He makes he deals with multi-millions of dollars. Jake, us over here, especially in this truth, we're not doing that. You feel me? So how much more of a mental strain? And watch when I get this word usury in the Hebrew. It's going to blow your mind. But we look up words over here in Great Millstone. Okay?
Mari told me this, I was deeply offended. Deeply offended. I have to pay interest on all of my loans.
So it shows you some people have to keep the law and others don't. You see, remember in Psalms it says, what do thee have to do with my statutes in thy mouth, seeing that thou hast put it behind thee? Roughly paraphrasing. And usury is in the law, in the statute, but they're not keeping it.
The amount of, I'm a venture capitalist. I deal in millions of dollars of other people's money. Those interest payments are suffocating. If I was a Semite.
Notice, so if he's suffocating as a heathen, remember the scriptures say when the wicked rule, the people mourn. But But when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. So everybody's waiting for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American to rule the world. Newsflash, all right? So if he's suffocating, imagine Jake. This is why when it says the widows and the fatherless, the poor, it's talking about Israelites. So if he's suffocating, we in a spiritual George Floyd. They ain't letting they neck, they knee off our neck, man. You see what I'm saying? This is why when the tables turn, Yahweh said they're gonna come down bending unto thee. You understand what I'm saying? To show thee that man, these scriptures is amazing. The water Yahweh shot.
I would pay zero interest on all of it. So you tell me what?
Not only we can't even get a loan. Right now, you can't even get a $5,000 loan, most Jake. Not only can they get $1 million loans from the bank, they get it with no interest. Think about that. These guys a Moabite can get a $250,000 loan with interest. We can't even get a $5,000 loan with interest. They just deny it outright. Come on, man.
Okay. You tell me, are there religious doctrines that are being exacted for the benefit of one people group over everybody else?
Whoa.
I got a question. If you were to go take a picture kissing the wall, can you get in the club?
Kissing the wall. And that wall is not the third temple, man. That's an old Roman fortress, man, showing you that they Edomites. And where the scriptures is to show you to be kissing no wall anyway, looking stupid, humping a wall.
No, you have to be a Semite.
Is that the only way?
Do you know how you become?
Little do they know that they're Semites. All right, Moab and Ammon were sons of Shem.
What if you get your citizenship? Because I remember watching this clip of Glenn Beck.
You can only be a Semite.
Begging Netanyahu to give him the citizenship. Have you ever seen that clip?
Is Glenn Beck's mother?
It shows you Glenn Beck is nothing but controlled opposition.
A Semite.
Mm-mm.
Then he's not a Semite.
So look what he just said. He said, is Glenn Beck's mother fake you? Wish you was us. Small hat. Crook nose. Hook nose. Bagel eating, gentrifying. 48er. No. So it shows you that they don't even keep the scripture, because in Numbers, it's in chapter 1. You're supposed to call the pedigree of the house of your father, not your mother. So they really into that Queen of Heaven worship. All right, the woman don't carry the seeds.
Oh, you can look it up. You can only be a Semite if your mother was a Semite.
Correct.
If the father is not a Semite, you're not a Semite.
You have to pay interest.
You have to pay interest. So this, you can look it up. I forgot the Semite word for it, because there's a specific word for it that if you say this word and you going into a bank,
is it like a code word?
It is. It's a Semite word.
Do you and do one of these when you say the word?
Maybe it's just a little bit of this.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I'm not lying. You guys can look it up right now.
Actually, I want to see the real term sheet.
Exactly.
So it shows you that there's nothing but secret societies, because I was thinking, what word are they talking about? You feel me? But man, passcodes and passwords and shit type of shit is that.
It's zero. But come on, man. You're an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. You're a successful business builder. You can do the math, the paper napkin math of how much money you've paid on loans to make your business successful. And there is a reality in which if you were a certain type of people group, you would have paid nothing on those loans. And I would take a gander and say,
if Will was here, we would fact check this, but he's not, so we just accept it as truth.
I'm just gonna leave you with this. I guarantee if we did back testing on your data and your financials, you probably played millions of dollars. Easily. Ugh. Millions of dollars that you didn't have to pay if you were of
the right. It's so sickening if you think about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I started out with the wicked. That's pretty much the point. I don't want to make this too long, but we're going to get into these scriptures that I wanted. All right. So when you look up that word usury, okay, it comes up. maybe about 20 times in the scriptures, not including the Apocrypha, because I don't have the concordance for the Apocrypha. But we're going to go, let's go to Exodus 22. The main one I want is in Deuteronomy. This is Exodus 22. The point is in 25. 25. Let's say it says, if thou lend money to any of my people. So look, the people is really the Lord's people. Remember, he says that you a peculiar nation unto myself, roughly paraphrasing. It says, that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. So you're not supposed to lay usury upon your own people. But remember, in America, they try to say that we are the same under the Constitution. So it shows you that there's two different, like he said, religious tenets that one is pushing above the other behind certain documents. So they think that they're pushing the Torah when they're really pushing the Talmud. But in public's eye, they pushing Bill of Rights and the Constitution. You see that? All right. We're gonna go to Leviticus 25 and verse 36. It says, verse 35, and if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay. So this is really talking about an Israelite when you really get the understanding of it. And fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Okay? So it shows you that he's moving from one place to another. Take thou no usury of him or increase, but fear thy power, that thy brother may live with thee. You see, so you're not supposed to oppress him. And I'm going too ahead of myself because we're going to get that word usury in a minute. But this is the point in Deuteronomy 23. It just shows you that this is not our rest, man. Deuteronomy 23 in verse 19, it says, thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. So let me give a quick example. Let's say you needed a loan for $100. Your brother, an Israelite, gives you $100. He says it's on 10% interest a year. That's where you get your APR from. All right. Annual percentage rate, if I'm not mistaken. So if he doesn't pay you back in a year, he owes you $10 because 10%. All right. If the interest rate was 10%, 10% of 100 is $10. So he would owe you $110 at the end of the year. I don't know how they do it now, if it's monthly and things of that nature. Like they add the rate a month, but whatever. But we're not supposed to do that. Verse 20, unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury. And I'm pretty sure that word stranger there would not be gar. It would be, I think it's in the car. All right, don't quote me on that right now. But basically a non-Israelite. Okay, it says, but unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury. So it's showing you the difference. Okay, so according to the Lord of Most High, and it shows you how much he loves his people, you allowed to add usury, interest, oppression to non-Israelites, but not to your own people. Okay? It says that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all. And notice, remember Elder Apostle Dahar, when you go into the word bless, it's barak. And one of the definitions means to bow down. So you're not truly blessed if nobody's bowing down unto you. So the Lord is making sure that people bow down unto you through the vehicle of oppressing these nations that he don't care about, that are as a drop of a bucket. It says that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all that thou settest thine hand to in the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. Now let's look at that word usury. in the Hebrew is pretty much the same. I'm gonna pull this up so y'all can see, Lord willing. All right, in the concordance. All right, so usury is H5391 and 92. It's nashak. All right, 92. Damn, I guess the what's the name was turned off. But from 531, it says interest on debt. Usually, remember in Proverbs it says the borrower is servant unto the lender. Okay, so they put you in debt because of interest, because of usury, because they think that you're a Gentile when or a non-Israelite when you really are the true Israelite. So it comes from non-one, and it says a primitive root to strike with a sting as a serpent. So it's showing you who the real snake, the serpent, that old serpent, the devil is. It's these Edomites, figuratively, to oppress with interest on a loan, bite, lend upon usury. So it all goes back to, okay, a serpent-like action to oppress you, okay, through the lens of these Amalekites, okay. And they're doing that, and Moabites just brought it out, okay, that they are able. How could they be the people? How can they be going through curses when they can go to a bank right now and go to the back, and they pull up a PDF file and they prove their fake ass ancestry, and they can get a multi-million-dollar loan with no interest? It shows you, all right, that they're not the people, man. So I'm gonna end off on this, since nashak, which is usury, means to oppress with interest. Okay, we're gonna go to Isaiah, and I'm gonna end off on here, Isaiah 14. All right, and 4. It says, let's start at verse 3. No, let's start at verse 2. All right. It says, and the people shall, no, verse 1. I have to. Salakia. I got to. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, all right, the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and will yet choose Israel, all right, and set them in their own land, all right, from the river. Really, the whole world was made for our sakes, but from the river of Egypt, the Nile River, into the river Euphrates. And the strangers, which are Israelite foreigners, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, which what we're doing now. We was strangers, we was Gentiles in the mind, we was not in the commonwealth of Israel, and we came to this truth. We entered into other men's labors, and we're cleaving unto those that is ruling over us. Hence the double honors to our elders. Verse 2, and the people shall take them, that is a violent act, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, okay, slaves, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So because we did some studiousness, if that's even a word right now, the shock, which is you oppression, like a sting of a serpent, usury, interest upon a debt, we're going to rule over those that put us in debt through interest. And who may that be? The chief tribe of Edom, Esau, Edom, Amalek. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. This captivity is our sorrow. And from thy fear. This captivity is our fear. And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Yeah, the type of work that we have to do just to live paycheck to paycheck. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Babylon is America in the scriptures. And say, how has the oppressor, the lender, the banking families ceased? The golden city ceased. That's the point, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. So they rule here in America, and they're going to cease from all the oppression, the usury, the nashak, all right, the interest upon debt, the oppression, the sting like a serpent, all right. So anytime you have to pay back loans and you're looking at interest rates on your car note, so on and so forth, just know that is ultimately coming from this snake ass, devil ass, baseman Esau Edom, these Edomites. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Shot on to the next one. Shalom.